For the Obama administration, it's decision-making time while troops are in a virtual holding pattern. With the death toll of American troops in Afghanistan approaching 800 and reports of a Taliban resurgence in some areas, the Obama administration is thrust into a policy debate whether to escalate or withdraw troops. Wednesday marks 8 years since the U.S. led airstrikes against pro-Taliban forces.
The Afghans can win the war. We can't win it for the Afghans, that's quite clear. But there have been a number of cases of counterinsurgencies around the world where the insurgencies have been contained or suppressed and eliminated.
Military operations have had mixed results. Last week, National Security Advisor James Jones said the militants' threat was minimized. White House insiders say that President Obama rejected the option preferred by Vice President Joe Biden, who reportedly wanted to bolster targeted areas of Afghanistan with allied troops relying on military airstrikes to drive out militants.
There are sentiments by American people that are anti-war sentiments and anti-involvement in Afghan conflict sentiments are increasing. We can see that even in the Congress. So the president has a tough job in making a decision about increased level of U.S. troops in Afghanistan.
And the Taliban is putting up a fierce fight. NATO casualties have risen dramatically this year at the hands of the Taliban. U.S. General Stanley McChrystal is asking for up to 40,000 more American troops to reinforce security, especially in northern and western Afghanistan.
Not a question that, fighting an insurgency is a hopeless war. It's just that we have to fight it properly, and I think the U.S. Army does understand, McChrystal does understand the proper strategy.
In the meantime, a UN report said August was the deadliest month for civilians this year because of violence from the insurgency. A total of 1,500 civilians died in Afghanistan between January and August, an increase of 400 from 2008. The report said about 68% of the deaths were caused by insurgents.
Heal the wounded, end the war.
This week, in his own backyard, President Obama got a taste of the public sentiment against the military operation in its 8th year, met with protests and voices of dissent. Democratic and Republican aides say that Mr. Obama may be considering a more modest approach to troops in Afghanistan, closer to 10,000 rather than 40,000. But the White House insists that no definitive decision has been made just yet. Colin Campbell, the White House.